Whoa! Now, today we're going to be talking about a special effect, and it's just for backgrounds, how to make an awful lot of backgrounds that you can use in the future. But I'm going to use this same effect on a still life I'm going to do in a completely different way that you're going to see it here. So we'll do the still life probably tomorrow, except be up soon. And good luck with it. Cheers! Now this of course is just holes in a black piece of card with a light behind. So let's see what happens if we open up the stop and let a bit more light through. As we go, you can see there's some stars starting to arrive, but I don't think it's very impressive, do you? Now of course you can also take it out of focus. Now what out of focus does is cause the famous bokeh, however you like to pronounce it, which apparently I'm told means confusion in Japanese. We just used to call it an out of focus background. So how do we get a bit more interest in it? Well, it's very simple. I use a UV filter for this. You could use a sheet of glass just in front. I use a UV filter, and I tend to use the same one all the time for obvious reasons. Although you can clean them very easily, and if it's a metal one, you can even, metal and glass of course, you can even put it in the washing up machine. But on the other hand, I cook salmon in the washing up machine. It cooks it very nicely if you wrap it up in silver paper. So I suppose that's the tip today. Now how can a UV filter help us get some nice effects like these? Now these 20 took me no more than 5 minutes to shoot, and I'll show you how they were done. Now I'm going to use Vaseline. In this case I'm using a vapor rub because mainly it's mainly Vaseline anyway, and I use a couple of paint brushes and my finger, as you'll see. Now I would start by putting a smear of Vaseline across the middle of the lens. Now that gives you sort of style that comes in one direction. Now if I take the other paintbrush, which is a little bit thicker, and I just go down with that, you see how it can change. Now it becomes very interesting because you can, as I say, revolve it around. You can mix all the stars into each other. There's a bit more Vaseline if we paint it on, and you can create lighter areas as you want. You'll find it's actually amazingly controllable. Now if I take my finger and I rub my finger over the lens, you see the different effects it can make. Now of course by bringing a torch in, you can create all sorts of effects and just shoot as you want. Now of course I've got studio lights on at the moment, so you're not really getting the effect that you could get. Now what happens if I put two lights in, one from each side? By changing colour balance, I've taken it right to the other end of the scale, just to give us a choice, and you can see what happens with one torch, and then the other torch comes in, and there's lots of things you can do, and you just take lots of pictures and then choose them. I think that's the best way. Now you don't have to, of course, it even works like that without the light at the ball. That's quite, so you can play around with it as you like. Let's have a look at it with the daylight torch. There's quite some interesting things going on. But anyway, you just try it as you want and use it.
Action.
Well, that was fun. Now it's a nice little technique. Now it's like everything. All my lessons, or most of my lessons, and all the tips and tricks are just ideas. They're little techniques to help you. Now how you use those techniques is up to you. You can see this, for example. This is a nice little portrait, bit of fun, bit overdone, but have a think about it. See how you can use it. Upload your pictures onto itchyphoto.com so I can see them. See you soon. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.